Yo, man, I said I think we live. It should be recording too, so it's gonna be live. Should be live and record at the same time. I got the squad back, Kick Rock Podcast back in full effect. PAW the belt guard in the building with the crispy belt. Oh, we got the crispy John too. Listen, stay with belts. You know what I mean? Got the fight box in the background, old school F game in the background. What's good?
Yo, hey, always a pleasure to be here. We about to have some good conversation, good dialogue. Wrestling is booming. Let's get right to it.
And without further ado, the man with the plan, Chef Justin T in the building. What's good with the Cleveland Browns at? Y'all looking pretty solid this year. Y'all looking pretty good.
Yes. What's up? Happy to be back. Happy to be here. I'm glad, Belt God is taking care of his belts better. He takes care of his clipboards.
We're doing that, huh? We're doing that.
That's hilarious.
Yo, last but not least,
Jericho in a minute.
Last but not
looking
least,
like Steve Kerr in the background.
Yo, selectively aggressive in the building. David Perry, what's good?
What's good, big dogs? How y'all doing? How you doing? Living good, living well. Hopefully everybody's staying blessed like we should.
Indeed. Yeah, been a long time. Glad you fellas are with me. First and foremost, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, get down to brass tacks. But man, I think the bell guy had a couple topics. Y'all all had a couple topics, and that's what I love. I love opening the floor to y'all and see what you got going on. And I'm gonna set it up, and then I'm gonna just kick it to the bell guard and see where he was going with it, because we didn't discuss it. And I kind of like it like that off the cuff. So one of the topics he put down for the people that are listening at home, people that are watching us, will we get Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 40? And if so, how do we get there with the direction the bloodline has taken? PAW, the belt guard, tell me why and what is your thought process right now?
Ooh, there's a lot of people who are happy. I'm talking about, like, if you look at the social media, just traffic. 53 million people watching The Rock return in like 24 hours over all social media platforms, including Tout. Is Tout still a thing?
Damn, is Tout still going?
That's a joke. Yeah. That was actually ahead of its time, if you think about it, though.
It was.
But nonetheless, you have The Rock returning. He's always kind of sprinkled some ideas. He did the podcast with Pat McAfee, letting everybody know that, it could have happened. It's the door is still open. So that got the wrestling fans going crazy, especially the casual wrestling fans. Now, the hardcore fans, they're kind of salty because they know where this is going, if it's going that direction, which means Cody's going to get kind of pushed to the background. So, of course, then that's going to be the big question. What is best for business? And business is different now. Business is TKO business now. This is not Paul Levesque business. This is TKO business. They, stock prices going up, going down. There's been all types of layoffs, so they got to be able to help their bottom line. So, I kick it to you guys. First of all, do you think this is going to be the year of Rock versus Roman, or are they going to just, it didn't quite happen. They couldn't find this life-changing experience for the fans to give you to be able to finally have this marquee match, or, is it still going to be Cody and Roman? What do you guys think?
What do you think, Chef?
Man, as much as I would want it to happen, I'm not really sure it's going to happen. There may be some semblance of along the way, The Rock may get in the way of Cody finishing his story, but it seems like everything they're doing is still going to end at the same place where it was last year. Yes, they did surprise us by giving us, Cody taking the L, but I think you'll get Rock. I'm not sure he's actually going to wrestle at WrestleMania. Actually, I'm gonna pivot. I think he will probably pop up at the Rumble, or even Survivor Series. I don't think he'll be in Australia for Chamber unless he's in a non-chamber match, because Lord knows he's probably not in shape to go that long in a chamber match, right? So,
your God, no.
As much as I would love for my spirit animal, my fellow Taurus May 2nd brother Dwayne Johnson, as much as I would love for that man to show his face on night one or night two, it might just be a situation where he just comes and does a spot like he just did where he's kind of interacting with someone but maybe isn't doing a full wrestling match.
Yo, shout out to JMC. Yo, what up, baby boy? Miss you, man. Love you, man. Yeah, shout out to anybody listening to the podcast right now. To both your gentlemen's point, put it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. There's no way in hell Dwayne Johnson not show up in Philadelphia at WrestleMania 40. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. There's no way. WrestleMania 40. WWE likes round numbers. They like big numbers. They like milestone numbers. Now, to the chef's point, how they get there? Damn, hell, that ain't my point. They ain't paying me to write. I ain't gonna be on this podcast giving them no ideas. That's up to y'all. Y'all need to figure it out. But so there's so many levels to this. You can't not get Cody when you have a chance to get Cody. You got to get Cody. There's an opportunity to get Cody, bring him back home. You go snag him. But then at the same time, you can't not put Cody in the championship position because he ain't no mid-carder no more, WWE. Oh, that's he saw to that by doing that international work, helping put AEW on the map. Okay, so damn, what can we do? Oh, we got to put him in the title picture. All right, we can't hide him forever. We got to put him against Roman Reigns at some point. Okay, we're gonna have him lose to Roman Reigns. Okay, all right, now we got The Rock. He's back in the mix now. Okay, so what do we do?
So have you heard? Have you heard the rumor that was going on? I think somebody said Cornette had this idea where it's a situation where The Rock cost Roman the belt at Royal Rumble going against Cody. Cody somehow gets a title fight at Royal Rumble against Roman, and then The Rock somehow cost him the belt by accident. This is the off one here. Then somehow Phil Brooks is the number 30 entrant into the Royal Rumble. Then from there, you go and have Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at WrestleMania, and then you do The Rock versus Roman. And the key is, if it's not for a belt, then you don't know exactly who's going to win. Because in essence, if Roman has the belt, 9 times out of 10, Roman's winning. But if Roman doesn't have the belt, then you have a chance where there could be a different result for going to the end of WrestleMania. So as far as it being Phil Brooks being in the Royal Rumble, I don't know. But you can throw anybody in that Royal Rumble slot, but that is an option. What do you guys
listen?
Say?
I wasn't gonna say
he had me until he said CM Punk. Chef, he had me until he said that.
Listen, Mac. We made it 7 minutes before somebody mentioned.
I know 7 minutes. Yo, we made it way longer than I thought we'd make it. I swear before God, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I pulled up, I said, we ain't gonna mention this dude the whole show. I said, I'm gonna go out of my way to not mention this dude the whole show. Literally, I had like a mantra. I had a come to Jesus moment. I had like a prayer circle. I said, I am not gonna mention CM Punk this whole show. Here come the bell God pulling up.
You should have sent me a tout. Did not say CM Punk. My bad. We're done.
No, but listen. See, I treat him like Lord Voldemort. I don't mention his name, but I hate calling him Lord Voldemort because I love Lord Voldemort, but I don't like. But for the analogy works, but I don't want to revert to him as Voldemort as far as power level goes because that would just be disingenuous. But to your point, my whole thing about it is I've said this before to everybody that was listening to me. We bring up Dave real quick. Yo, what up, bro?
My technical difficulties going crazy.
No, we good, bro. We do this off the cuff. So listen. So this is my point. This is what I try to tell everybody. All the whole wrestling community, internet wrestling community. I be reading all you haters be saying, acting like the end boss for Roman ain't The Rock. Are you out of your damn mind? Are you serious, man? If y'all ain't fooling me, you can fool everybody but me and the Lord. Seriously, the end game for Roman Reigns is to beat The Rock. Period. It doesn't need to be for a title at all. No. Never needs to be for a title. There's 2 reasons why it doesn't need to be for a title. Number one, it'll main event WrestleMania if no matter what. They could be in the middle of Antarctica and I pull up for that. The middle of Antarctica, I would find a boat and be at that match. That's number one. Number 2, everybody know The Rock ain't winning if it's for a title.
We all know that.
So when you take the title out of the picture and have somebody else vie for the title, all you're thinking about is, yo, damn, The Rock could get one. he could get a non-title match, and that builds intrigue. So I'm telling everybody out there, listen to the sound of my voice, 40, Philadelphia, my home state, The Rock will face Roman Reigns. Listen, I don't know what that means for Cody. I'm going to kick it to David Perry. I don't know what that means for Cody. Does that mean Cody wins a Rumble? Does that mean does that mean he ain't even in the title
Cody gonna sit his ass down and wait his turn. Cody gotta sit his ass down. Hey, Cody.
Unless you just do you could just do Cody versus Seth, and it would be air quotations finishing his story.
The money. See, I'm glad I came right up there. So y'all brought me in hot, Daddy. You brought me in hot. People forget that the rivalry is Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Everybody was like, that's Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair, fight forever.
Hey, you watch your mouth, that God.
I'm just telling you, that's what they were saying. That's what I'm saying. That like soulmates when it comes to this wrestling thing, bro. They were out there giving art. That's what they were doing. The match made in heaven ever since they came back. But now because he got a taste of the main event, we gotta have Cody with the title. Since he's in the main event, and that's cool. But I think the money is with the world title for now. Or you wait till a little bit longer because unfortunately for him, you got The Rock that wants to come back. He didn't show up for no reason. Somebody brought the Brinks truck. That was a strike. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of perfect timing for a storm because it wasn't going to happen until the SAG after strike happened. Then that happened. And then now he pulled up for a reason. He and TKO formed. So we got them under the same umbrella. There's a lot of money. The stock just dropped a little bit too. That's a big deal too. You got to get eyes on the product because when The Rock came back, it bumped up like $10. But then they made that contract deal with USA, and then it dropped down a little bit. So they're gonna have to pay up. They gotta make a splash. Sorry, Cody Rhodes, you're gonna have to wait until SummerSlam. You're gonna get your title, but you gotta wait.
Yo, listen, it's interesting what you're saying though. But my man JFC, he I'm gonna pull up what he said in the chat in a second. He comes up with a good point. How I would write it, how him and I would probably write it, it would be inexplicable. Like if put it like this, I would love if you keep it like this. If you keep the title on Roman and go for The Rock, Rock can shock the world. Night 1 or night 2. Night 1, beat Roman Reigns night 1. Cody beats Rock night 2. I'm cool with that. I don't know if people would care, but it'd be dope. If The Rock shakes up the world on night 1 of WrestleMania, since they're doing the 2-night thing, it's probably gonna be 6 nights before I die. Listen, night 1. This is how I'm just saying. This is how I include Cody. I'm trying to do a scenario when I include Cody. So like Cody is lying in the weeds. The Rock beats Roman. They're still for the title. Then Cody beats The Rock. That's a pretty cool. Put it like this. I ain't saying pretty cool. Everybody would. That's a dope finish. That's a dope finish. But now do people get upset that he didn't beat Roman Reigns because of last year? That I don't know. But these are the choices. This is what I'm saying. This is why it's a good topic that the Bell God came up with because. Where does it leave Cody? I ain't worried about The Rock. The Rock's pulling up for WrestleMania. I promise you. He's pulling up.
And so the other question would be, as far as that's concerned, is where does that leave the bloodline? Does any of the Usos get involved? Does Solo get involved? Because again, that SummerSlam match could not have been the crescendo. Remember, this is the 3rd inning. So how do they incorporate the rest of the family, bring it up Alpha Seeker potentially? I mean, of course, Pennsylvania. I mean, they have Rikishi has a school out there. Like, there's a nice Samoan contingent out there in Pennsylvania. So how do we bring in to make this? Because remember what Rock said, he wants to make this to an experience that the fans have never gone through before. What the hell is that?
What I just said. I'm telling you what I just said. Him winning the title. Winning the title because people are so hell bent on this dude getting another title. Like, that don't even make sense. Like that.
What you said before, just kind of go back in the past. Remember when it was Brock versus Goldberg, and when they first face off, they both had a belt, and you're thinking, oh, belt versus belt. And then Goldberg lost his belt. You're like, oh, he going to fight. Then all of a sudden, he cost freaking Brock his belt. Then it's like, again, you still have a mega match, no belt. I mean, they kind of
JMC just made a good point. JMC just made a good point. Rock just says shit sometimes too. Because bro, I think he's bullshitting a little bit about that whole WrestleMania 39 and just adding a little bit of sauce to the ribs, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he got
I don't think they were any.
He put some of that spice on it.
It wasn't no damn lot. Why you lying, Dwayne? It ain't no lot. It was close. I guess it was on the 25-yard line. You know what I mean? They ain't even get into the red zone.
Yeah, real talk. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you though. I was like, bro, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear. Yo, you know what happened? Yo, Chef, yo, Justin, he almost won $1 million, yo. He almost won it, yo.
Almost won Top Chef, right? Like, you know,
ain't nobody trying to hear that, man.
Who flew out to LA for The Rock. Oh, so you could have came?
Right. Check out WrestleMania 40. Like, come on, bro.
I'm like, yo, if I'm alive, bro, damn. Listen, I ain't trying to hate on my home state, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. LA for him and Roman in LA, much better him in LA and Philly. I'm from Pennsylvania. That shit don't even sound. It don't even sound right. It don't even sound right, man. And I'm from there. It don't even sound right. Rock at WrestleMania 40 in Philly. I'm like, hey.
I mean, here's the way you can get the Rock into the WrestleMania. Here's the way you can have Rock cost Cody Rhodes, you can have Rock cost Roman Reigns the title at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber in Australia, and then that can get the battle for the head of the table. Because there are rumors Rock's going to be back in Australia. So, like you said, Evan, you've always said it don't have to be for the title. So that's the way you can get the title off of Roman. You can put it on Cody. Sure, it isn't this extravaganza. It could have been 39. Shit happens. If he gets the title, he gets the title. It doesn't matter. If he gets one of the main events of WrestleMania with that title, it is what it is. So that's the way you can get the Rock involved, and it's believable. And then you can make it more about the family, more about that blade that goes around Roman. I forgot the exact term, you know what I'm saying? But you can make it about that. And then you can have both nights sold out Philadelphia. Just a thought.
It's not, listen, all these thoughts make sense. And the whole thing about when it was really disappointing when he was like, he just couldn't get it done. What in the hell in the world? There's
a merger coming.
Y'all said I was crazy. I was like, maybe they ain't pay him enough. Now he made me have to be a little more
yeah,
right.
you know, it's crazy. Like I thought that was the craziest statement of all time because I was like, they got money, but for somebody to say they just couldn't work it out, what the hell you talking about?
Well, because you can take it away from a movie, right? So you got to ask yourself, are you willing to pay that man what he's making for a movie? Because you're taking him away from
and that was always my premise. My people wondered why my premise was you can't always just guarantee me you're going to get The Rock, and everyone's like, why? That's crazy. I go, guys, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. He's been an actor almost 4 times longer than he's been a wrestler. Like for real. Like I'm talking about in WWE. Like he's got guys. There's literally generations of people that have been raised with Rocket just in the movie theater. Like a person that could drink in the bar right now has grown up with just his movies. Mm-hmm. It's been 21 years, man.
If you really think about it, his actual run was from the end of 97 to the end of 2001. We started making movies in 2000. So really, let's say the end of 97, 98 to the end of
my middle school and high school years. Middle school and high school
years.
That was it.
Because see, that's what I'm trying to. So my point is, money to The Rock, the WWE money to The Rock, with all due respect, has to make sense. The storyline has to make sense. And with all due respect, you do have to protect his legacy to a certain standpoint. You know what I mean? So all these things have to make sense for him to get in the ring. And everyone thought it was a foregone conclusion. And I said, nah, not really. Everything has to make sense. Next thing you know, he's on Pat McAfee's thing, talking about it kind of had to make sense. And my man Jay always makes it good. Trust me, the best point ever. He said if they do that match, it has to be all the Samoans around the ring, like a lumberjack match.
Right. Yeah.
And they have to. Oh my God, man! Oh my Lord!
Bring them all out. Even bring Yokozuna. Bring them all.
I mean, seriously. I mean, just like line them up, and they have a real tribal combat.
Remember what they did for Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon?
Yes.
That part too. Well, when it was Bret Hart versus British Bulldog, they had the family there.
Oh, see, you can never beat that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, everybody be down with that.
So just bring all the extras that was in the Hobbs and Shaw movie.
Yo, man, shut the hell up.
Bing, bang, boom. We got it.
And we got it.
Listen, you talking about extras. You talking about that's my actual cousin. What you talking about?
You're gonna have young Rock's cast there too.
The dude in the background that does the Samoan tattoos. Don't forget about that. You know we rolling with them.
Yo, let's go. Yo, but yeah, we're gonna talk about more about that. But Bell got had another topic. Jade's intro, Jade Cargill's intro into WWE. Has it been done in the best way, and where should it go from here? Belgod, what were you thinking when you were talking about that?
All right, so I have seen rumblings online, on how online is. And there were some people who were, of course, applauding how WWE did this. And there's some people who are then from there saying, oh, no, they should have kept her a surprise. They should have had her as a surprise. Again, this is WWE, and this is TKO. Surprise to who? Meaning the fact that, yes, the 850,000 people who watch Dynamite and 500,000 who watches Rampage and the 400,000 that watches Collision may know who Jade Cargill is, but Lord, WWE is a universe. That's not just a tagline. It's a universe. And let's keep it real. Jade Cargill is not an indie wrestler. She doesn't have the love of the hardcore indie fans who are online. She is somebody who has a presence, has a look. That's why Tony Khan had her at basketball games with that belt. That's why Tony Khan had her around, because she has a presence. Booker T would say that she got to pick at the airport test, dog. They have to be able to look the part, and she looks the part. So being able to introduce her in a way with ESPN saying, hey, we don't know who she is, but she must be a big deal. ESPN dropped it. We have a huge signing. I don't know who she is, but off the break, you think she's a big deal, and now you're Googling her compared to saying, who are you in the crowds? So
don't forget that she was at the same race that Bianca Belair was too, and Peacock covered it and gave them both publicity. Just wanted to throw that out there. That shows you the type of reach that she had before she even got to the WWE. Just throwing it out there. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you good, because I think to your point, Belgod, like she to me, she needs a lot of work in the ring. She's gonna have to unlearn a lot of stuff. I think people need to understand and get ready that she's not just gonna get thrown in the ring with Bianca Belair. And then as much as people don't want to hear this kind of stuff, I'm gonna tell you how it is, not how I want it to be. How it is the benchmark is Charlotte Rhea WrestleMania. That's the benchmark. That's where she needs to get to. That's what WWE expects. All this no disrespect, all that bullshit squash match stuff that was going on in AEW for a few years, that's done.
It's gone.
That's gone, because I don't care what she looks like. If there's a lot of people out there that look $1 million. When you're in that ring in WWE, their number one goal is to protect each other and keep everyone safe. They first they got to teach you that. Then they start building up the promos and building up the package around you and all this stuff like that. For goodness sake, Samoa Joe go to NXT first. You kidding me? They have Finn Balor go to NXT. Listen, if you don't think Jade Cargill going to NXT, you are smoking something strong.
She need at least 3 months in that performance.
At the bare minimum.
But let Shawn Michaels get a hold of her though. Like, look what he did with Logan Paul.
Yeah. But Logan's you're right. Logan's a good study though. He's a quick study. That's the one thing I won't knock about that kid. He took to it. He took to it. Plus, they put him in positions. And with all due respect, he ain't doing like catch can stuff. With all due respect, you know what I mean? He's in the ring. They put it like this: smoke and mirrors. Jade's not going to be able to get away with smoke and mirrors because I believe she's a viable wrestler. This Logan Paul shit's like is going into Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. It's a spectacle. You know what I mean? With all due respect, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about, but Jade is there to actually be in wrestling matches.
So do you guys think that they're going to hold her till the Rumble, or do you think they're going to do vignettes and have her come out only on NXT first?
I would vignette. They better not bring her ass out for no Rumble, man. I'm telling you, man. Vignettes build her up, man. Relax. I know Jade thinks very highly of herself. She thinks very highly of herself. And I'm not saying that's the bad thing in the world, but she needs to unlearn a lot of bad habits in that ring. She does.
Does she come out with a manager, with a mouthpiece?
I would love Roger Stone. I was saying it earlier.
Why not? Why not?
Unless she get there's really not anybody available in under the WWE umbrella unless they're gonna give her Paul Heyman.
MVP.
MVP's though. MVP would work. It would
work. That's a good one. I haven't seen him in a while. I forgot about MVP.
No, even putting her in Bobby's stable would work.
Ooh. That might work as well, but you got to hold her off longer than the Rumble because, to your point, she got to learn a lot of bad habits that you pick up at AEW. She didn't have anybody to work up to.
No, I'm sorry.
That she could have worked up to, they didn't let her work with.
I guarantee. Look, go ahead. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. But I just I don't want to bash AEW because they try their best, but I just don't understand how you can fumble the bag with Jade Cargill, not even give her AEW Women's World Championship match. Yeah. And then there was because you could have built her to that point, you could have had somebody else. How do you not have her and Britt Baker before she leaves the company?
Strange.
It's strange. It's very strange. I don't understand how. And then you see, I think WWE was intentional with the publicity that they put on Jade Cargill. I think it would have been perfect had they kept it under wraps for about 3 more months. And to your original point, put her in a performance center, get her where she needs to go, give her the work, get her in that coaching center, get her under that umbrella. That way, when you announce that she's ready, she's signed. Jade Cargill, boom, we announce her because she deserves that. Sometimes you need to show other companies, this is what you can do with superstars when they come over here. This is what you can get. Hey, I try to tell everybody, when Cody Rhodes left, he was going to be the reason people left the AEW. She told it herself. He was in the top 3, and he wasn't third. Now he's able to make that happen. Big mistake. Those are 2 huge mistakes. And they haven't had somebody with that type of star power in that company, which that they just didn't know what to do with her. They didn't know what to do with her. She had unbelievable star power, the type of star power to where Shaq wanted to work with her.
I agree with everything you're saying. Like that, she has the star qualities. My only thing is, but like this, I always would say like she needs to learn how to do this. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you when she got to that PC, she was like, oh, hold up now. I don't care how confident she is. She got to that PC. She's like, okay, this is going to be different.
Oh, protect your opponent. Oh, okay.
Bruh.
I can't pick her head off.
They're gonna be like, no. So what I'm trying to say is there have been some all-time great wrestlers. Adam Cole wrestled all over the world. He was stuck in NXT. What I'm trying to say is, for goodness sakes, Carmelo Hayes at NXT. Like, good Lord. They still got Melo at NXT. Like, what I'm trying to say is, don't be so quick to think you're going to see this girl at the Rumble be in the finals, the second to last person in there. I don't see it happening, man. Unless she somehow
if she debuts in the Rumble, the world's gonna be pissed off because she won't last longer than 5 minutes. And when she gets thrown over by Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, whomever throws over, the world's gonna be pissed off. They're gonna say, "How would you ruin the debut of Jade Cargill? Just stay away from it. Leave it alone. Give it some time, because unless you're gonna have her in the Final 4, legitimately in the Final 4. I'm not talking about smoke and mirrors. To your point, legitimately, they got the best coaching staff when it comes to professional wrestling probably ever right now in that
Real talk.
performance center. They got more than enough time to get her ready. If you go put her in the Rumble, she better be in the Final Four. You ain't do all this publicity for no damn reason. They did it for a reason. Get her ready. Y'all signed her for the money. Get her ready. If you ain't gonna put her in the Final Four, Paul Levesque, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna screw
Here's the thing.
yourself over at the end of the day because that's the type of individual. If you put her in that match, you better think she's gonna win that match. That's who
So
she
now-
is because then you blow your wad before you even debut her. That'd be the worst thing you can do. One of the worst things you can do. She ain't AJ Styles, all right. She ain't gonna be able to make it happen after getting eliminated and not making it to the end. That's not gonna happen. Let her wait. Debut at Mania. Debut at Mania. Why not? Get her all the help she needs. Mania is in 7 months. She got plenty of time. Debut at Mania. That'd be perfect. Fit for her. Fit for someone of that billing. Put her in NXT then. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the trolls say on the internet because she needs to work. As long as she got the money in her pocket, what does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Samoa Joe went to NXT. Come on, we already went through the litany of people. All right, Cody Rhodes. The only reason Cody Rhodes ain't go to NXT is because he was in the system already. That's the only reason.
You see the
AJ
people. You
Styles
see.
is
Have
one
you?
of
We
them.
know. We know the list of people that have been at NXT that didn't really
okay.
need to be. Asuka, Io Shirai. Like I could go forever.
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke.
They need to go to learn
Drew
the WWE
McIntyre when he
system.
came
No, yeah,
back.
see, yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm talking about, Belga? I'm talking about legitimately. They could wrestle a match on Raw.
You gotta know that hard camera. You gotta know that.
Yeah,
that
that
Yeah.
stuff.
and promos.
Yes.
To their level.
Yeah.
That's my entire point about Jade. Y'all just need I need everyone to chill, but she needs a little bit of work down at the PC. Everyone acts like people don't get it. That PC is a godsend. It's not a knock. That's a godsend. You get to work with some of the greatest wrestlers to ever live, some of the greatest wrestling minds to ever live. People act like that's a knock. Are you crazy? I've been to the PC. Trust me, the morale there is not negative. It's positive. The morale there, everyone's like, I love it here. I want to be here. This place is great. It's never like, oh man, I can't wait. No, it's like, yo, it's a camaraderie there. Like so like that place is a good place to be. And Jay needs to understand that this is the place she needs to be the best she can be. If you want to stand across that ring from one of the greatest wrestlers who ever lived, to me, one of the greatest talents ever lived, Bianca Belair. One of the greatest talents ever lived, to me, the greatest female wrestler ever, Charlotte Flair. The one in the phenom 25-year-old Rhea Ripley. Like you must be crazy if they think they're gonna stand you across the ring for those three women.
She can't just say that bitch and cut the shit, Tony.
Bruh!
Shit on WWE. Come on now. They gonna bleep this show for the next 15 minutes.
I told you I gotta keep it real on here, man. This ain't about black or white. This is about WWE. I know how they roll, man. They signed her because she was black.
People forget
Don't get it twisted.
Evan knows. Evan was under the umbrella.
I'm just saying, don't get it twisted, y'all. They signed her because she's a person of color. Trust me, she's checking boxes.
She's checking boxes. Ain't gonna lie.
She's beautiful. She's in shape. She's dedicated. She's dedicated in that gym. So she got work ethic. She eats right. she works right. So WWE, they're like, listen, I'm put it like this. You can say, listen, WWE in less than 6 months has put it like this. Right now, damn well the WWE has you convinced that when Damian Priest wins that title, that Bad Bunny can face him for that title. You believe it. You believe that.
I believe it.
WWE made it happen. They made it happen, man.
Made it happen, baby.
That match in Puerto Rico was insane.
I'm still there. I ain't left. I've never left, bro. I've been in San Juan.
If you don't
been
think,
singing Chambea since the day I watched that
bro,
damn show.
if you don't think that they can make that happen with Jay down there, they make Bad Bunny be on tour.
Look at the impressions, just them two. Like they don't, because if they blow it, Look at the publicity. Everybody's excited. Nobody thought she could get. Dude, she ain't even wrestled a match, and she's way bigger than she ever was in AEW. Think about that.
Damn, that's
With a press
damn.
release, and she is the
Damn.
type of talent because ESPN knows the type of athlete that she is, and she's married to Brandon Phillips. Dude was an all-star. She said it herself. Shout out Mass Man and Cass, man. She said it herself. She don't need this shit. She don't need to wrestle. She got millions in the bank. Married, beautiful lady. They got she got people out here modeling her lingerie on Twitter. I'm sure she getting paid for it. Come on, man. She don't need this shit. WWE's like, I gotta have her, man. Gotta have her. There's a reason they signed Cody Rhodes. There's a reason they signed Jade Cargill. They both check all the damn boxes for different reasons. Why not bring them under the umbrella? And now look, boom. And it was a hit to AEW. And it's just two wrestlers, but it's the two wrestlers they couldn't lose. Don't let them lose MJF or Ricky Starks.
I'll say this. I'll tell you, we about to talk about Ricky right now, but I said that a year ago. There's a couple wrestlers in that company they can't lose, and I promise you for a fact they can't lose MJF. That's cannot happen. I don't care if Tony got to pay him $10 million. I'm not lying. They can't because you can say whatever you want to say, and I heard the bullshit that Will Ospreay said about I don't need to go to WWE. I'll wrestle anywhere. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm a firm believer in every single person that watch wrestling. If they are under the age of 40 years old and they're still wrestling, they want to be a WWE. I believe that with all my heart and all my soul, because I see your little birthday pictures when you were kids, and I seen that. I see them, and you know what y'all doing? WWE theme party. Ain't a wrestling theme party. It ain't a Ring of Honor theme party. Maxwell Jacob Friedman had a WWE party. So that what I'm trying to say, that don't leave you. That don't leave you. It doesn't leave. So what I'm trying to say is I hear all that BS. I hear everybody talking, but what WWE is in people's psyche. Until you truly can walk away from WWE, I don't believe you. If AEW cannot lose MJF into a smaller level, a big go. Yeah, the thing is, Jay does need WWE. What the WWE can do for your brand is that right there, that part. What WWE can do for your brand is unmatched. So I know people don't know Jade is currently, and Jay got money in the bank, but Jay doesn't understand what the potential here. Well, I'm talking about movies. The Rock doesn't get into movies without WWE. Yeah. Was Sasha doesn't meet the mouse without WWE. You damn right. Big Sasha does not go to Disney without WWE. Straight up. They said all this stuff matters to say that to get to Ricky Starks and Cena too. Let's put it like this: it's a platform. You're on weekly now. With all due respect, there's a lot of people that's on that platform weekly and don't get into movies. You have to be larger than life. Jade happens to be. She happens to be like she actually looks like Storm, legit, like for real.
I heard she was like China, bro. Like she does remind me of like our age version of China, bro. If you just look at her shoes, bro, she's just crazy. She's an Amazon, brother.
She reminds me of a taller Miss Jacqueline.
Yeah, she is. No, real talk though. She is, but she is. Jacqueline could get in Jacqueline. She could bust a move though. But you see, and see into Jay's point right here. She hasn't done a whole lot since leaving WWE. Sasha Banks, you see what I'm saying? Sasha has not. She's not done much because she's at these promotions that are like she's wrestling. She's getting paid, but box office wise,
is that the right example? Because
hell yeah, what the hell Sasha done?
No, because she broke her ankle. She shot in her ankle.
Before she broke her ankle.
She broke her ankle, she was not in that recent. She wasn't in that season of Mandalorian. She was not.
But if she'd have pulled, see, I'm not saying y'all are wrong because y'all around. Just saying because
who the hell is
to fight back a little bit? It's just like if she could have pulled up. It's AEW at one of them shows, it would have broke the internet.
No, see that's
a little bit,
and that's the thing.
Got hurt.
Sasha always breaks the internet. Hell, Sasha broke the internet when she was sitting in Wembley. She broke the internet.
She was in a cast though. That's my thing. It's just she got hurt.
Sasha Banks is box office is what I'm trying to say. I just think her leaving WWE, she was a little too hasty, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, she was ignorant, but
she was hasty because there's so much talent coming up now, and there's so many opportunities coming up now. This female division is so insane right now. Becky and Trish put on an all-time classic. Yeah. You know, I'm just saying there were so many things there. With all due respect to people over in the land of the rising sun, and trust me, that's one of my favorite places in the world. They don't have anybody box office. They just don't. They don't. I'm sorry. You got to be over here to eat. I'm sorry. You just do. You just do.
Okada's not box office?
Not to me. Not to me. Not to me. Everyone was like, yo, the Rainmaker. I said, what the hell does that mean when you wrestling? What does that mean? That's what it means to me.
I ain't gonna lie. Right. Okada dope though, but he's right though. He doesn't really.
If I said if one more person says Okada to me, I said I'm gonna stab him. Literally, I'm going to jail.
It'd be nice, bro. Like it'd be nice seeing him with WWE, but I don't know if Shinsuke can't get over. What makes you think Okada?
That part right
why
there.
Even come over here.
Shinsuke Nakamura is a Japanese god, and he can't get over here. Stop playing with this Okada stuff.
Over to the top. We'll see. Because he's got a chance. But we got to see. He don't do it now. Ain't nobody going to get over from the land.
I like his gimmick now, though. I will say I like Shinsuke right now.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It touches the anime part of my heart with the subtitles and watching kung fu movies and all of that. It's cool that they're doing that because it gives me a reason. He's interesting, right? Like he's leaning into the heritage and the villain and being strong style and
love it.
It's cool, but he's not right. It gives him a boss level that he hadn't achieved. Maybe he gets a cheap win. Maybe Seth might lose it once and then gets it back. But it all in all, the people's champ will keep his belt and will go into WrestleMania as a champ. I think he can lose his belt and get it back before WrestleMania and then defend it at WrestleMania on that stage.
Very rare are there shockers in WWE. So this is what I try to tell people that read too many dirt sheets and read too much into stuff that people don't even really know. There's a couple leaks in that company, but nothing that's really credible. Like just being there I was only there for two damn years, and within 2 years, I found out that they write stuff very far in advance, very far. Like don't get caught up in this Vince McMahon rewrite stuff. That's just for TV. Like so what I'm trying to say is they write stuff like 6-7 months out.
Right, unless people get sick, like
unless people get sick,
COVID, right?
Yep. Unless somebody, so that's a pivot where the writers got to be like, okay, we got to do some stuff. 6, 7, 8 months out. We're talking about this stuff with Priest. Man, this stuff with Priest was, man, back. So my whole point to that is when it comes to what they do, Seth was always the choice. So for anyone hoping and wishing and think that Shinsuke is going to be the no way. For goodness sakes, man, I still to this day, I'll never think it makes sense for Cody to beat Seth 3 times in a row. That makes no sense. He beat him 3 times in a row. And if I'm wrong about that, if Seth would have won the middle match, how dope would the rubber match have been at the third when he tore his pec? Even better.
Which is what I thought would happen. So that was weird to me. Like, why did he lose 3 in a row even before the pec?
Chef, all I had to do is Seth do a roll up and get a cheap win and then do the third match. Like, why did what? Like everybody knows it's the heel win. The heel win. Even if he hit him with a chair when the ref wasn't looking.
Right. Count out, disqualification, something, right?
It just never hit for me. So what I'm saying is like Seth is champion right now. Shinsuke is putting up a good fight. That's cute. But I'm gonna tell you what for WWE thinking about. That song again at WrestleMania 40. Yeah. That's what they thinking about.
To add on to your point, all 3 of y'all, Chef, Bell Guy, he beat him with a torn pec. So that shows you that they ain't going against the script.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm
torn pec was torn.
That would have been the
Bro,
most.
like his whole arm. Wait, like, bro, dude put the kendo stick right there.
His arm was
and he still won.
and he still won.
If you think these rewrite crap is real, man,
That's what people don't listen. I
man.
try to tell people when they stick, what I'm trying to say is because they got investors and this and that, and I'm not knocking them. Everyone always talks about the E. They make money. That's their bottom line. I don't care what anybody say. You can't release a boatload of people and tell me budget cuts when you just had the highest stock you've had in 30 years. You can't say, but just say something else. Just say we didn't like people. Don't say budget.
Yeah, man.
So like
every business does it. Every successful business.
They do.
Like I'm not saying this right, but like everybody on the internet, oh my God, WWE is the worst place.
No, that's what every company does that.
Every company does that. They got a bottom line too, and they just had a merger. It sucks. But if that, most of these people ain't even working. It's more the name. Dolph Ziggler is amazing.
And the thing about
the name. They thinking about that moment when he came out versus Alberto Del.
To me, I know everyone says Seth's the best cash, and that's my favorite cash in of all time because it was at Raw. It was at Raw. The match was like 4 minutes. That was a banger. But that's just me. That's my favorite cash in of all time. But to your point, the reason why they're tripping was the name. But y'all need to stop crying for Dolph. Dolph got money. He all right. Dolph good. Don't cry for Dolph. That's one of the greatest wrestlers to ever live. He could write his ticket anywhere in the world in wrestling. Anywhere in the world. You think Zack Ryder over here making money? With all due respect to Matt Cardona, Dolph Ziggler is like 4 times better than that dude. Are you kidding me?
Maybe.
That's Diet Shawn Michaels, and that's not a knock.
He got 7 figures and got to chill and do other jobs.
Bruh, trust me, don't cry for Dolph Ziggler. Trust me, it sucks. But Ziggy lives in Florida. Ziggy stacks his chips. Ziggy is frugal. Ziggy, he's straight.
He's probably healthy right now, too.
Yeah.
You know, they gave him a check to sit home, man. Hey, man, we just going to pay you to stay home.
Y'all just get mad online just to get mad online. Man, y'all just get mad just to get mad. Trust me. You know what it was? When I got fired from the E, I was on an at-will contract. So that at-will contract is used for people that they can fire anytime they want with no severance, no money, no bet. And that's so when I got let go, yo, how about y'all write about me? Cry for me.
Yeah, man, that's completely different. And they out here crying for people that's getting severance pay, getting buyouts, bro. They getting buyouts. They getting paid to get fired, bro. Right. Come on, y'all.
Yo, I had this one, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I had a guy that was when I got let go or whatever. Or they said they just didn't renew my contract, whatever. So like I had a guy that's worked for WWE for a long time, right? And he if he listens to this, it is what it is because I took exception to this. So he was working for WWE for a long time behind the scenes, and they let him go like shortly after they let me go, which was crazy because he was there for almost 2 decades, right? And we're talking and stuff like that, and he's like, he's talking to me, and I'm like literally like job hunting, looking for a job, like because WWE when they fire you, that's it, you didn't get paid at all. So I'm over here looking for a job, trying to figure out how to pay rent, literally, like talking to him about like job opportunities and stuff like that. I'm applying for jobs every day. He goes, yeah, man, like you're just hanging there, you'll be all right, man. It's not, you should look at the positive thing. I said, bruh, they paying you for a whole year. What the hell are you talking about right now?
Right.
He's like, I said, this ain't the same thing. They paying you, you don't work there, and they paying you for a year. Your salary.
Sign me up.
What I'm trying to say is we ain't in the same position, bro. Like we're in the same. Like I'm fired, you fired. I get no money, you getting the same money for not working.
Right.
Like, yeah, right. So like I was like, bro, no disrespect, bro. Don't talk to me right now, man. It's crazy. he was like, I understand where you're coming from. Do you?
You don't understand a goddamn thing. What are you talking about? Bro, you eat good for a year and got a job lined up, bro. I'm trying to get paid tomorrow. What's wrong with you?
Bro, I swear I'll never forget that to the day I die, man. But don't listen. More to the story. Ziggy's all right.
He's good, man. He's good.
He's one of the best of all time, man. That dude can show up to AEW tomorrow, and I'd be happy.
You know what his problem was? He never had a damn finisher.
Because he's too good. That's what's problem.
I know. Everything could have been the finisher, but think about it. Like what's missing? The zigzag was never gonna get over.
I ain't gonna let you come up on this podcast talk about.
No, he's
Dolph
phenomenal.
Ziggler.
He's phenomenal.
I'll
I'm
be
just saying that's
he won the title with the
issue.
zigzag.
Right? What do you mean?
Talk
Hey
to
man,
him, talk
Alberto
to
Del
him, Chef.
Rio had a broke ankle. Come on now.
Shut the hell up.
His ankle was jacked up. Come on, y'all.
He won with the damn zigzag.
No, that's how good he was. But see, and then now, okay, all right. Okay. That's the second problem.
I don't hate on my man's finisher. I'd be damned if I let somebody slander the zigzag.
It was cool, but it wasn't cool. But that's just my opinion. No, but for real,
that's
For
the
real.
topic for another joint. Just the world's
it was that concussion.
Yeah, we gotta
That
talk about getting the world's worst. We gotta come up with the world's worst finish.
The world's worst finisher. No, but for real, that concussion that he got right afterwards, that derailed everything, bro. Because he was white hot, but then he had the concussion. He had to get rid of the title.
Yeah.
They gave AJ Lee to somebody else. Big E went to the New Day. It was like,
and it was over. That's
up.
That's what really happened.
That was the
Almost
canon
as bad as
moment in
Ali.
time for Dolph Ziggler right then and there.
Damn, that's real talk, yo. That's real talk. Oh yeah, so yeah, we were talking about Ricky. We got sidetracked, but that's which I love about this. But yeah, I wanted to, David. That was your topic. You want to talk about Ricky? Ricky kind of being now the face. Who was that? Was that you?
That was
you, Chef? That was you, Chef.
That was me.
So Chef, you wanted to talk about. I'm gonna give you the floor. You wanted to talk about how Ricky is like the new face of Collision. I don't know whether it's by default, whether it's not by default. That's up for discussion right now. But what is your thoughts right now on Ricky Starks being in Ricky Starks' position that he's in right now?
So, David was not here, and we only made it 7 minutes before we had to talk about he cannot be named, right? So, just to update you, David, Belt God mentioned Phil Brooks 7 minutes into the podcast. We weren't even talking
I heard
about
that part. Oh, I was like, y'all would mention that when I got technical difficulties. My screen would be flat when y'all mention his ass. Okay.
So
I didn't get the tell.
I didn't get to tell.
Yeah, right. He didn't get the memo. We didn't send him the text. We didn't page him. We didn't two-way him. We didn't hit him on the BlackBerry. We didn't tell Big Belt God don't mention that dude.
We didn't.
With that
You ain't hit him with that 911.
Yeah. With that, I mean, Ricky, I love that Ricky is getting his chance, right? Like as we talked about on prior podcasts with each of us, probably separately and together, he was not a pillar, right? He was not the one of the chosen guys, right? It didn't even look like they were really going to give him a shot. I didn't see. It's bad enough they barely have any storylines. It's bad enough they barely have any plot to what they do. But it just didn't seem like they had a direction for this man. And we sat here and talked about, like, are they going to waste this man's talent and then he going to go over to the E, right? So these crazy circumstances happen. My man Phil Brooks set off the time bomb on himself, right? And so now they're like, well, what do we do? Like, who can we feature? I appreciate that they chose this dude, whether he took the opportunity or they picked him. I love the fact that this man is showing that he is pretty much the light-skinned Mello of AEW. Like, he literally can do everything, and it's such a good sight to see, just to see young talent, AEW homegrown talent, right? Like it's like the whole triple threat, and he can be that guy's pillar, if you will. He can be that guy's, close the show or open the show. He's got the mouth, right? He can talk, he can wrestle, he is emotional. It doesn't matter if he's heel or face. I can't really tell half the time. It looks like he's leaning towards heel, like semi-heel-ish, right? I will say he needs to work on him swinging a chair. That my 12-year-old can swing a chair better than that. I mean, at least Ricky Starks wasn't in Alabama, so we ain't got to worry about that.
I swear to God, that's the best one.
Moving on. So I love that he's taking his shot and going with it, right? So I just wanted to know what y'all thought about it, if that was the person that was the right person to pick to replace Phil, or should it have been the Dragon and not him?
Nah. Listen, it's Ricky. It's Ricky for me, and y'all know where I'm at with that. I don't pull any punches when it comes to where I think Ricky should be. And Lord have mercy, before I forget, I will do something I'll never do ever, and I will give old Philly some props for a second, because he started featuring Ricky Starks very early when Collision started. So I always will give credit where credit's due. I'm going to say that was his choice, because I noticed there's the only time I was starting to see Ricky Starks on TV is when CM Punk was working with him. So I got to say it was CM Punk, because Ricky was there for a while. And when nobody doing it, there'd be times when this dude wouldn't be on the TV. Hell, brother wasn't even at Wembley. Right. Now listen, you guys can say whatever you want to say, and Ricky can even say what you want to say. No disrespect to Ricky Starks. You can't keep it as real as you want to keep it. And I'm not saying you should. That's some piece of advice for these young whippersnappers out there that always think you got to talk shit and keep it real and run your mouth and stuff like that. Nah. He was not happy about Wembley. And I was reading some of his tweets, and I was like, oh, he ain't happy, but he can't just come out and just say he ain't happy, because then what? I try to tell people, sometimes you got to pick your spots, and you got to pick when you say stuff and keep it to yourself. So I'll come up on there and speak for him and go, ain't no way he happy about not being at Wembley. Ain't no way and at all them damn matches they had, and that card was kind of stale that he wasn't on Wembley. So I know that bothered him a little bit. So to see him on Collision is a big deal for me. I'm not a big fan of Saturday show, just because there's so much going on Saturdays. That's people's day off. That's time for me to chill. That's football. That's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I believe it's a tough position for him to be in. With that being said, he's being featured, man. He's being featured. Mm-hmm. Not everyone can get a title either, by the way. All I care about sometimes is a person that's wrestling consistently and having consistent matches with people that matter and making an impact, working on your chops, working on your craft, divide. Anytime you get an opportunity, come up with a promo, create your promos, create your spot. And I believe he's having a space to do that, if I can be so bold. Now, do I want him to come to the E? If they put him against like somebody like LA Knight or something, or somebody like Seth, or somebody like AJ, or somebody that I want to see him against. But if they're not going to do that and they're going to waste his time in NXT for 2-3 years, then keep him at the AEW. Because at least I can see him on TV every week. What say you, Bill God?
Oh, man. Collision is an interesting circumstance now. Because
very.
Here's what I liked about it prior to the firing. It was its own show. And this show had an identity.
It did.
And it's what I feel like AEW needed, especially with their vast array of talent. It was almost like it was like a very not talked about brand split. And people kind of knew it as Dynamite being the flippy show, the more of the kind of silly entertainment, and a lot of acrobatics. They have every luchador under the sun on there, and then from there, Collision was the wrestling show. It's the show where you're going to see the FTRs, you're going to see the Bang Bang Gang. You're going to see Ricky Starks doing his thing, and you're going to see he who should not be mentioned.
old Tom Riddle.
So right now, I don't know what the identity of the show is now, and that kind of sucks to me, because I listen to all the old heads too. So I'll listen to the Eric Bischoffs, I'll listen to the Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette loved the Collision. He hates AEW, but he loved Collision.
Yeah, the thing about Cornette is he kills me with that, man. He lacks objectivity though, because you can't tell me you can't. I listen to him more than I should. I go, bro, you can't. He's never said CM Punk is one thing wrong ever. I go, that's insane. That's insane.
But his comparison point is always the territory. Like, yo, in the territory that we didn't do that.
I'm like,
hey, not in the territory.
Jim Cornette, the territory days are over.
It's modern wrestling and there's stuff, and they're trying to do this Japanese wrestling. Like, yo, it's just AEW exists because people watch it. Like the fact that he actually, they did 800,000. That's a horrible number. Which one of your shows companies you ran did these type of numbers? But I digress.
I feel you, bro. I'm like, sometimes, but you are not objective, bro. Like, damn, I know your show's good or whatever. Like, I know people watch his show. They watch his show because he talks shit. But bro, you're not being honest, man. Like, this is modern wrestling, and this is what they do, bro. And,
Yeah.
and if you like Punk, that's cool. But Punk's fired because of Punk, fam. Like, we gotta stop that. Like, for real, man. Damn. Like, I'm gonna kick it back to you, but I'm like, this is what my daddy was saying. You can't just talk to anybody any kind of way all the time. You can't, because the day somebody checks you that has a little bit of power or just whips your ass, then it's different. And in this regard, the Young Bucks had a little more power than he thought. He had a little more power, and that's what the whole press conference thing. And then the Jungle Boy, I don't know about Jungle Boy. It was like, you're gonna fire CM Punk, Jungle Boy. That's not what it was. It's because he lunged at Tony. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's Tony Khan, man. Are you serious? Yo, he worshipped that dude.
Hey man, Paul Levesque told him to lunge.
Yo, he worshipped that dude. Don't lunge at him.
Hey, he said, "You want to get out of there?" Here. He told him that in the parking lot in Chicago. He said, "I got away."
Yo,
He said, "I got away."
And Paul ran him back that old promo when he was in the middle of Raw, but that's okay. Go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
So overall, like, so my contention is, like, right now, Ricky's in the middle of a process where Collision's still kind of all over the place. It doesn't have a identity, but he's trying to make it the best it is. And he's at a situation where he's trying to take the ball and he's trying to run with it. I need to see more time with it, but he's been entertaining for sure. Like his promos, whipping Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was entertaining. Where he decided he wanted to be the and this is a little bit before Punk left too. But when he was, hey, I got my manager's license, which is interesting. He started managing Big Bill. I'm happy he's getting the ball here because where everybody thinks he's gonna, if he goes to WWE, everything will be great. It depends on who's running it.
Exactly.
Because if Vince is running it, he will be a manager. He will be a manager. If Triple H sees something up, for sure, Cody will have his back. It'll be some politics, but I'm worried that of his size, he's like, right now, he's always been compared to The Rock for a reason. I mean, people say that about LA Knight, but I mean, God, Ricky Starks. So he's like a mini Rock. And so if he was on SmackDown as the man, then The Rock actually came, and you're looking at the size difference.
Yeah.
So I'm happy in the position he's in Collision, doing his thing. Because he might not get his opportunity again. I mean, he might not, but he can. But I mean, bigger stories have happened. But can't everybody be Daniel Bryan? Everybody can't be the small underdog that comes up and captures the millions. Can he? Yes. Will he? We'll see.
What say you, Dave?
Hey, to Bill Guy's point, I got a picture with him. Evan, I sent you that picture.
Yeah, I was hating too. I'm
6'1", 230, and I'm bigger than him. And that's to tell you. My mom.
Wait, for real? He's that. I didn't know he was short. He was really.
Look at
He's 6 foot. It says he's 6 foot 194.
No way.
I'm 6'1", 230, bro. Yes.
I seen the picture. Yeah, he might be 5'10".
I was 230. Hold on, you boy.
Yeah, easy. He's like easy does it, y'all.
Easy does it. You lost a little bit of weight. You eat right, about 220 these days. But this is the problem with Ricky Starks. And regardless of how much I love him, y'all brothers know how much I love Ricky Starks. No matter what, he's not gonna break through that glass ceiling in AEW, because even as hot as he is right now, he just lost back-to-back matches to Daniel Bryan. What kind of push are you really giving? I mean, aren't babyfaces supposed to lose and he's the heel? Heels are supposed to win. Babyfaces are supposed to lose. Babyfaces are supposed to lose and gain sympathy. But when you're beating people ass, you're hitting them with chairs and you're getting them all bloody, but you lose the match as a heel, what the fuck are you doing? Nothing. That's not wrestling. Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
So we keep building him, and he loses every big match. If that means something, he's had multiple championship matches. This is another reason he's left in the dead, because he had a match with Punk for a fake title that doesn't even exist anymore.
Bruh.
And now his name was attached to that mess, so he's left and he made something out of it. Then you bring back Daniel Bryan, somebody who had a broken arm, and then he beats him in back-to-back matches. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. This will tell you really what they think of Ricky Starks. And they put Brian Danielson in a match with Zack Sabre Jr.
You're
So
right, because you're right. 'cause my man-
what does that tell you? What that like again? That's not what we think about him. I'm just telling you what they're telling me.
No, you're right. Because look, my man JMC just said it. Look, it's Starks versus Wheeler Yuta at the pay-per-view.
Oh Jesus, I didn't know that. Down the card you go.
Everything.
That's the opener match. That's like the match before the pay-per-view come on.
My boys, this is a small man's company. And no matter how much I love Ricky, I've come to the realization that he's never going to get past NXT or maybe a U.S. title if he gets the best, because if he doesn't get bigger in the WWE, Cody Rhodes is 6'2" and 230, and he like come on now, like Roman Reigns 6'3", 260, like there's a ceiling here. There's a Ricochet. Ricochet ain't even getting no championship matches.
Yeah, listen.
That's my other light-skinned brother. You heard me?
But listen, here goes my thing though. But pretty Ricky can't talk like Ricky. He can't talk.
That you're wrong,
but he's one of the great to me he's one of the greatest pure talents in the history of wrestling. And I don't give a damn what era we're talking about. Ricochet is Trevor is he's unparalleled. Truly unparalleled. Like we can talk about all these people that do all this flippy dippy bullshit, but he flippy dippies and he's safe. Like that's hard to do. That's hard to do. It's hard to do what he does and be safe.
It looks like he's in slow motion at all.
He really do, bro.
It's so easy for him. Everybody else tries. It's just graceful and easy for him. It's effortless.
But have you noticed this? Logan Paul, they've been giving him the mic a lot more now, and he's getting better.
That's all. To me, that's what it means. I think it means reps. Everyone keeps telling me. He can't talk on the mic. I go, no, like doing it in your bathroom ain't the same as put him out there. Let him talk. Listen, I've talked to the dude before. He can talk. he's funny. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's an anime nerd, which is what I love.
But no one ever let him show.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Oh, he can flippy dippy. I go, cool, man. But he's a beast. He's a beast in the ring, but let him give him the mic, let him talk. When Logan challenged him a bit and he was able to finally have a personal angle, he rose and shone. He rose and shone a bit, and I like that, you know. So listen, when it comes to Ricky, Dave, you making some harsh points. A lot of people don't want to talk like that. That's real talk, though. Like it's not about what I want. It's not about what I see, and that's one of the things that the IWC really never can grasp. This ain't about what I want. I'm just letting you know what they do. Reality. Like there's a lot of people that I love when I say this harsh stuff that I say, I'm speaking about track records and percentages, and when I see what David said is probably the truth, and all four of us on this panel don't want it to be.
I love that dude.
We really don't want to see that. We would rather see him do well than to not do. I think that's fair to say all four of us. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is, with David coming out here and saying, put it like this, and that's the beautiful part about putting your business and your thoughts like on a podcast or on in public. One of us gonna be right, one of us gonna be wrong. And David's saying it here now. If he never makes it to that level, we can come back to this moment when David's up on here saying, "Listen, I can't see it," and it's crazy because in Triple H, the words on the street, whether you believe him or not, is he likes his guys.
Mm-hmm.
He likes his guys. So what I'm trying to say is if he likes his guys and there's only a finite amount of time and a finite amount of space for his guys, that's who he's going to feature.
Yeah.
Hell, they wanted, man. Hell, back in the day, they wanted LA Knight to be a manager. Like, it's going to be tough for Ricky if he goes to the E.
That's what I was saying.
LA Knight a big boy, too. LA Knight.
He put together, man.
Cutting promos. I heard got every crowd man popping, bro, and they wanted him to be a manager. It tells everybody what we all need to know.
He was out here,
just
Max
take a deep breath.
I mean, even the first time he was LA Knight, I didn't get it.
Oh, I didn't either. No, I didn't either. At NXT, I didn't get the LA Knight thing either. I didn't. I really didn't. It's not, and it wasn't like for his fault. It was just, I don't know what this, but here goes. This is the beauty part about getting on TV, trying things out, getting an opportunity, and tweaking things from your past and bringing them in and making things work. And that's one thing I like about LA Knight. And the thing about it is LA Knight, this is different, man. Like The fans ain't letting WWE get away with this. They ain't letting them get away with it. They go push that dude. They gonna cheer that dude until they give him some gold. And I'm talking about some real gold.
Segue me into a question.
They ain't gonna let them get away with it, man. Not this time.
Question out there. You segued me into a question. I wasn't able to put my question out there. How do you feel about the lack of a build for a pay-per-view going into Fastlane?
That's what the next one is, though. Fastlane. We were like, "What's the next pay-per-view?" I said, "What's the next one? Elimination Chamber?" He's like, "Nah."
Ain't no bill. It's only 2 matches. They haven't put any promotion, no publicity. Y'all know I'm a WWE guy, but it is what I'm a pro wrestling guy first and foremost. But at the end of the day, they ain't put no build into this pay-per-view. It's like, why should I care? Is it because of the mergers? Because everything going a little bit haywire? Because we don't know what's going on? Is it the COVID of it all with LA Knight? We don't know. That's nothing like WWE. What's the question, bro? And I think that it's a bit of an issue. And that's part of the reason. I mean, the stock done dropped $30 for them. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. But hey, I mean, they still doing well. But
that's a $3 dividend. I was like, ooh, $3 a share. I was liking that dividend.
So was I.
But here's the deal: there's a lack of a build to a pay-per-view for that company, and just wanted to, ask y'all what y'all thought.
Yeah. I don't. That's a good question. I don't know what you think, Chef. I don't know what you think, Belgard. But I was thinking. I told you. I think they're in the limbo mode right now because we're getting close. We're getting close to Survivor Series. Then we know Survivor Series, then Rumble, then WrestleMania. As far as like the big pay-per-views coming up, so they're trying to figure out Roman's on he's on vacay, much needed vacation, and much needed time off or whatever he's doing. Hell, who knows? It could be filming something. I'm saying I think they are this is that pay-per-view where they're like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. They're in a tight spot. And they're trying to and I love, as much as I love that company, man. They don't. There's this is how we gonna segue like to Chef's thing about Randy Orton. This is why you need the veterans like this to come back. They don't have much. They don't have much to keep you preoccupied with the big end game. The Roman, the Bloodline, Cody, like Gunther can only do so much. Y'all ain't never.
It's freaking boring the hell out of me at this point. Now they start another Raw. if the Judgment Day starts another Raw, them just coming out.
Oh my God!
Cody said, "I'm gonna talk about Jey Uso." Here comes the Judgment Day.
I need Rhea away.
They get at least.
I need Rhea away from that. I need Finn away from that. I need, just like you said, I need Damian to be LWO. I need Ray to kick rocks. Ray, damn, how long you gonna be wrestling?
He overshadowed the group. The group is the buzz is gone for LWO.
Yeah. Bro, it's gone. It's gone. You need Santos to beat the brakes off of Ray.
I'm still getting their heat though. I told you.
To me, it's the fakest heat in wrestling history. I swear to God, dude. That heat used to be real. Now I think it's just ironic. You know when people used to say John Cena sucks, I go, that's BS too. You remember how it used to be heat when John Cena sucks? Now they just do it like the Kurt Angle, you suck. They don't even mean it no more. They don't even mean it no more. When they boo Dom, I go, y'all booing Dom now. This is the fake. That is not heat, man. I'm done. I am done giving this dude credit for getting heat. It's over.
But it worked for a baby face, like when they next to him.
Oh my God. It's the cheap. You want to talk about
cheap? It's a blessing to them, It's just it's a great visual.
It is.
If I hear one more person say that Dominic's the best heel in wrestling, I'm really gonna find somebody and fight them.
Not the best. I mean, arguably, for real,
people say that all the time. I go, what the hell are y'all talking about?
He gets the most heat.
MJF and stuff like that.
He gets the most heat. No, MJF ain't even a heel.
When Dom was cooking, they were like, he better. I said, oh my God, better than who?
The best heel in wrestling is Christian Cage right now, probably.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
Oh, I'll put him on. Now that's actually that's more realistic. What you just said. That's legit heel work.
We talking.
He's doing the best work of his career right now.
I was talking about,
and that's saying a lot. But he is
the best. And we all in agreement with Christian.
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about a hot take that to me that's not a hot take at all? I think Christian way better than Edge, man. Way better. Way better. Yeah, I went there. I did. I went there. I sure did. I sure did.
Whoa!
I sure did.
Hey, Evan, you grabbed me by my collar with that statement. I had to catch my breath. I said, oh,
Listen, Belgo, tell me, I'm
you
way
ain't
off
lying.
base with this.
I ain't confirming it, but I ain't
Wait, yeah,
denying it.
Belga, you go first, and then I'm gonna go.
Look
Please
at this.
go.
Look at this. Chris, look at this. What I'm talking about, Jay.
First of all, there's only been when Edge was out originally. I hated him when he was with Hogan as a tag team. I hated him. I hated him for a long time. Not until Rated R Superstar did I like him. Then I rocked the T-shirt, rude, crude, and tattoo. Man, that joint was gangster. And then that went away. Eventually, I got the Rated R belt and everything over there. I love that era of Edge, but I've always liked Christian.
That's what I'm talking about.
He was with Jericho and was
Bruh.
holla at Trish and them.
Captain Charisma,
Canadian
Captain
Nickel.
Charisma.
Even the TNA he wasn't bad. Like
Christian. Listen, I will say, I'll go on record. Christian to me is a better superstar than Edge. Better. You can say Edge was in bigger matches, but that's not what I said. All you have to do is take him out.
Way better.
See it?
I'm selectively aggressive DP, and I approve that message.
What'd you say, Chef? What'd you say?
I did not expect my mic to catch on fire from you saying such a hot take. And I was not prepared. I was like,
we should go viral for this.
He ain't gonna say what I think he gonna say. And then you said it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm on board. I can't stand Edge's half-ass spear.
That joint is weak. Edge, I'm sorry, bro. I love you, bro, but your spear is dude. Yo, Ashley, shout out to your girl. Listen, and don't get it twisted. That's another thing you can't do nowadays in 2023. You can't say one thing and people think you hate the other. I didn't say I hate Edge. I didn't say that. No. I said Christian was better. That's all I said.
Christian is better. Yeah, absolutely. If we could take it all the way back to the video games, Warzone, I ain't never play as Edge or Raw War.
This run just proved your point.
Edge is an icon. Don't get it twisted. Edge has been in big time matches, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. That didn't even hit me. I'm acting like I can't even act like that's something I always felt. It kind of just hit me like a year ago. I just sat back and I was like, yo, I think I like Edge better. I think I like Christian better as far as his work, definitely his promo work. That's not even close. His promo work, and you know what these two dudes are like to me, kinda. It's kind of like they're like Ryu and Ken. You just had to pick one.
Yes,
that's facts.
It's like, and I was a Ryu guy. That's who I played with. You know what I mean? But I didn't hate on Ken.
Listen, I fucks with Ken.
Yo, Ken, you see what I'm saying? But I can't argue. And these are literally, and the funny thing is, that's a debate that's been going on for 30 years, and they literally have exactly the same moveset. Exactly the same moveset.
I play with Ken, and that's it.
Wait,
you see?
Right. Or you get Akuma.
Yeah, see, Akuma to me was just a thicker
badass. Yeah,
he was just a thicker version. He was like a thicker version of both of them. He's just thick. Well, Akuma's thick, but no, that's what I'm saying. But to me, so what I'm trying to say is, anytime it's a preference. It's a preference. So now what I have to do, I have to go to current work. Christian's doing some really good work, man.
Oh my God, yes.
He's doing some really, really good work.
Getting on every dead father out there, son.
Getting them on them dead daddies.
Kelvin Kane career-threatening injuries too.
Yes, like see, I'm like Ryu and Ken. It's so weird. It's so weird. But what else? So final thing, last but not least. So I just wanted to talk about Riddle for a second. The releasing of Riddle. I literally kind of left it broad. But I kind of have it like the idea, the focus of being, was this a wasted potential? Not on his part, because he didn't want to get fired. Like, did WWE waste an opportunity with him? Was it his fault? Is this the end? What would you like to see? Bill God, what say you?
Oh man, Riddle was always one of those what it could have been. First of all, with his character work, I really wish he could have got away from. It was fun for a while playing the adorable little brother stoner character, but there was a period of time where he came back and he had a little bit of edge to him. I mean, again, he's a legit mixed martial artist. He had, he had the potential to come off as a badass. I felt like I've heard that Vince looked at him as like the second coming of Shawn Michaels a little bit. He was just like that. He rubbed people the wrong way backstage, but he had the skill and the personality, and he could connect with fans. But I feel like, again, his life and his lifestyle was not built for a publicly traded company.
Exactly right. That's all this is about. That's all this is about.
The stripper,
the girl.
Oh my God!
He's literally dating. He's dating a porn star. I'm sorry, guys. You guys don't understand.
He's impregnated. He impregnated a porn star.
Messi was a person. Yo.
And listen, I told you, I love her. I can't tell you how much I love Riddle, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. The second I heard he was dating a porn, I said WWE's gonna fire him. And everyone's like, I don't know why people thought that was a surprise, guys. Good Lord, they fired Mandy Rose, and she's a freaking superstar, and she ain't even doing porn.
Belt.
It wouldn't. Hey, it wasn't a failed drug test for cocaine that did him in. You know what I'm saying?
No, I can assure you. I said
it was a part of it.
And his point, I'm talking about his girl. I'm not even trying to dog his girl at all. I promise you, I'm not, because I really like this dude. I'm just saying, all her stuff's out there, man. All of it. WWE still has not put China in solo because of her tiny little stint in adult films. They still, that stuff they did, that BS with the DX, that China belongs in the wing by herself. And they still didn't. I remember the Stone Cold podcast when he asked Triple H. And Triple H was like, yo, her past, we can't do it. I'm like, yo. So what I'm trying to say is, when you can't, I was like, oh my God, he's done. He's done. Then something leaked, and then I was like, oh my God, man.
One thing after another, dude, between his ex-girlfriend and then allegations, and like you're talking like, then he's accused of Bambas at the airport. Like, yo, he is messy.
I said, there's no way, because this. Listen, for real, Jerome, for real, man. I was like, it's heat and it's
that's my brother.
Yo, what up, bro? Like, no, but that's so like I was like, when he got released, everyone was like, can you see? I can believe. I go, yes, guys, I can believe it. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. He's the nicest dude in the world, man. I swear to you, he is. I mean it. Like, literally, there's a few wrestlers I was lucky enough to like break bread with a little bit, and we went out and we were drinking one night, and he's paying for everything. I'm like, yo, this is the nicest dude ever, man. Seriously. Very nice dude. And I'm like, so I never want, I'm not from a real perspective, I do not wish any ill will. I was like, this company is literally is wrestling Disney. I promise you it is. It's wrestling Disney, and by that means you can't do anything that can potentially hurt the Shield. Not even hurt the Shield, like potentially hurt the Shield. They just cut bait before it even happens. They gave
that boy way too much leeway. They normally would have fired somebody the shit that he was doing.
That's how you know that's how you know they had plans for real.
Because
Randy getting hurt. It was that reunion.
Yeah. To your point though, like I think what hurt him is Randy getting hurt. I think that hurt him because I think that would have been the angle, bro, to get to what you wanted to get to. I think they would have had him go heel on Randy.
He kept him in line too. I'm sure he kept him in line all the road. You can't. They got a lot of trouble after Randy got hurt too. Yeah. You gotta take.
See, I don't believe it. I don't believe that coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, I don't either. I don't believe it. He was a mentor. He was a friend. He was a professional. And like that's why I say that's what I'm saying about people like Randy. We have to enjoy these people while we have them. It's been a year since he's came back. In that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's the reason why he's gone, but I'm telling you right now, when he was there, he wasn't doing nothing. I don't want to do that kind of presence. But I'm gonna kick it to you, Chef. I don't know if you answered. Did you? What's your thought process on just like him and him? What the situations and to me the missed opportunity.
So for me, like I didn't really care for the bro personality, right? I honestly, it already bothers me. Like I got a thing for a guy who comes in and he ain't got no knee pads and got no shoes on.
You always hating the gear. I know you always hating on the gear though.
It was. I'm like, you need some more clothes on. But to Belgot's point, I did like when they tried to change it a little bit. Like when he was feuding with Rollins, like you saw a little bit more seriousness about him. You saw a little bit of that.
I was so good, man.
A little bit of that MMA, just the fight game and the way they were sparring on the mic and in the vignettes and in the videos, right? And how they played off the Cormier Jones video where that was right. That was perfect, right? It was like, all right, they're trying something different. It's not just weed smoking Matt Riddle. It's not just bro kick off flip flops Matt Riddle. It's not riding on a scooter. It's not all
he
this.
got
All this.
Though, Chef.
Well,
that's
right.
That killed it right then and there because he never got his heat. He never got his heat.
Right, and
Seth Rollins got all that heat.
But you saw how they tried. I mean, they threw him in the Roman match, and I was just like,
"That's a banger, though."
And it was, and I think they were trying to see if he could hold his own.
He could,
right?
He
so but like you said, it's too many. A few times, a lot of these guys in different sports or different avenues, when they have everything, I think life is moving too fast.
Oh, look at that idea popping to my head, boy. Hey, and Matt Riddle is the Johnny Manziel of WWE.
I just watched that. Boy, he absolutely is. He had everything too fast and he was doing too much.
Wow.
And it blew up. That's just it. I'm disappointed. I would have loved to see RK Bro again. There was something unique about the tag team, but it worked. Like, and it even brought out things in Randy that you didn't see on camera.
Joy. He was happy, man. He was happy.
So
he couldn't hold it in.
He couldn't.
He grew that strain for Randy. Randy said he grew that strain for me, man. He keep me happy.
No, but he loved it. Randy was having fun, man.
Yeah. They pushed back the turn. Somebody was going to turn. I think they probably let that thing ride a lot longer than they originally was going to.
Moving that merch. When you moving that merch, they can't argue. When they go, we're going to turn you, and they like, hold on, we moving merch. We got a snake on a scooter. We moving merch.
That's what they're doing with MJF and Adam Cole. They probably was like, well, we didn't know, but keep those merch sales going.
Man, why you bringing that up? Hey, I know we running late. I know we got like 90 seconds left. But hey, RIP better than you, baby, because you think that's a work? Because if it ain't a work, that man ankle just shattered. Because I saw it. And when it happened that day, oh my God, I don't understand why the hell they had that red, but he jumped down and you seen it. You seen him buckle, and then they talking about he out for the next. I say if his ankle and the tendons happen, he out 6 to 12 months.
He really did. He really did hurt his ankle, didn't he? Lord have mercy.
I hope it ain't a work. I mean, I hope.
No, I seen him drop down. That wasn't no work. I seen him drop.
That wasn't no work.
Hell no, no way. I seen that thing buckle, man.
Boy, hey man, we both saw him. His ass almost fell into the crowd. He buckled so hard. I swear to God, man. That's what happened, bro. Go watch it. Go watch it. The boy looked like he hit a trampoline, and that's concrete down there. Boy.
I cannot, because this is very you making me laugh, but it's not funny. I can assure you.
Make you laugh.
I love Adam Cole. I love that.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. Hey. One of these episodes down the road, we're gonna talk about how bad of a decision Adam Cole made.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yes for so many reasons. I'm gonna say yes because I believe Triple H would have had enough clout and enough wiggle room to pull off an LA Knight. You know what I mean? I think so. I think you got to pull off an LA Knight, got him away from managing. And I think me personally, me personally, I look at things a little bit differently. Me personally, I probably would have just said, let's took the manager role and thought I would be good enough to get back in the ring. That's me personally. I'm gonna be like, as long as I'm at the E and I'm managing some top talent, I'll be like, yo, I can convince them to give me an angle where I can get back in the ring. I think he left. I think he left a little sooner than he should have left. I do, because Triple H loves them. Because Triple H loves them.
But there are some gimmicks you can't come back from.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly, brother.
Bearcat, fucking
Bearcat. Oh,
hey man,
listen.
Hey,
yo, shut the hell up.
Out here doing this with arms on live television.
Listen.
I had to Google what the fuck a Bearcat was. Yo. I was like, what is a Bearcat? Yo?
They only live in Cincinnati.
Oh my God! Listen, I was like, listen. Yo, you can't be confusing Negroes, man, with Bearcat. We were like, what? I like to pretend like I knew what a Bearcat was, but I was like, what the hell is? I heard it before. I know I heard the Cincinnati Bearcat, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Hey, they said that wrestling was the brother too. I'm like, I'll be damned. I don't know.
Listen, okay,
It's a
but
lie
real
you
talk.
told
No,
it.
listen. We listen. One thing about Mr. Lee, and I'm telling you, he's a supreme talent, but he is a very difficult man to work with. He's very like he has so much pride, man. So much. He's so proud. He's so proud, and I get it, man. But you know,
I can't
especially,
tell. Look
but
at
I'm
how they
just.
going on me. I can't tell.
But what I'm trying to say is he. What I'm trying to say, I'm talking about in the back. He's like, no, I shall not do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yo, that.
Very politely.
Yeah, but you ain't right. Say it one more time for the people.
He probably
I
sounds just
shall
like
not
that
do
too.
this. Ever, you silly, baby. You silly.
Listen, man.
Get in the ring. Never will I.
I'm so listen. I'm
Why are
done.
you talking poems?
Like, bro, you were talking backwards, brother. What the hell are you saying?
Yo, listen, I'm done. Yo, go around the horn. Yo, belt guard, put yourself over, brother. I'm done.
Yeah. PA Dub. The Bell Guard, of course, follow me on Instagram. And of course, check out my cologne, American Luxury Unlimited Champ. I got roll on. So if y'all people who can't afford the other stuff, this right here, take it on the go. Bow, bow, bow. You smell great. The roll on.
That's me right there. I need that roll on. That's me.
My man,
What's
he
the
got-
prices? You gotta
he
put
got
the
the
prices
smell
out there,
goods.
bro.
Get
You
that
gotta
smell
know. Brothers like to
You
smell
smell
nice.
like a champ. Smell like a champ.
Hey, is
Yo,
that the new belt?
That's that new job.
Oh, yeah,
That's a new
this
job.
thing is beautiful. It's heavy, man. Like it's full circle. I think this is like 110 for me. But my first belt was the WCW, a heavyweight belt. So this is like, okay, 110 belts later, it's like the 3D version of that joint. It's crazy. I love this thing now.
That boy said, I got $1 million worth. You heard $1 million worth of game. You got $1 million worth of gold up in that motherfucker.
Bars.
Yeah, me.
Those real belts, those real the TV authentic elite belts I just got signed by Roman. So them things
Oh my God.
that's my kid's college fund right there.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, I gotta get that because shout out Greg. Only other guy other than myself that held Roman down outside of Samoa is Greg, and it's your boy here. I hold
Talk to
Roman
him.
down.
Talk to him.
Hey, you hear me? Hey, Evan, you know what it is. You know what it is. I ain't lying. I say it with my chest. I'm gonna make that happen. Go ahead.
Put yourself over, brother.
Yo, man, doing it how we do it, trying to keep it real, talking that fantasy football. Come check your boy out. I heard giving out tips so good. I got people sending in my DMs trying to give me a tip. I say, here's your tip. I'm a damn champion. You better listen to me. Tune in. Yeah. You hear me? Follow me, DJ21188 Instagram, and that David Perry Jr. #4 on Twitter, man. It's always a pleasure. We a part of this wonderful gang, and we all here because of Evan Mack gave us his shine. Put that battery in our pack. So shout out that guy, Evan Mack.
We here, man. We here
Gotta
anytime.
give him a little credit. Give him his flowers.
We always here.
Hope they
Listen.
smell good.
As long as I got a platform, y'all got a platform. Yo, Chef, what it do, bro?
Sir.
Yeah, man. I mean, you see what it is. We here chopping it up. Crock pot booking, crock pot pod. You know what I'm saying? Catch me at the Chef Justin at IG, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, all the socials. You know what I mean?
Something like that.
If you don't hear me on here, that means I'm in the kitchen. But you know where to find me either way.
Yo, appreciate y'all. At first, you got y'all as per usual, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure. Love laughing with y'all. Love having a good time. Everybody listening at home, please enjoy all wrestling. Enjoy all wrestling while it's here. You know what I mean? We're all fans. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it fluffy. But we'll make no mistake. I'll be back. We'll be back next week, y'all. If y'all available, pull up, man.
Damn right. Love.
Yeah.